We're gonna start with this first little riff here. Okay, so that's a hammer on, pull off, O to O on the G string. Pull off that 4 to open on the D. Go back to an open G. So we got, we go G chord, down, up, down. Okay, so we had down, up, down, and then we go. So that was the same hammer on pull off, but then we're gonna go 4 in the D to open G. So it's, and then we're gonna go double pull off 4 to open on the G to the D string right there. Okay, so we had down, up, down. Okay, so da-dee-ya, 4, open, double pull off the D. We have D, it's like a down, down, up, down. Okay, so all together we got. And then we're gonna go back to that first part. Now this one we have to cut a little bit short, so it's gonna be the same stuff going on the second time, but we have down, down, up, and then we gotta jump to this bass riff. Okay, so that was down, down, up. We have hammer on the A string, O to 2, 2 on the D, back to that 2, so it's da-da-dee-doo, and then open to 2 on the D to the D open there. So we got. Okay, so back to your G there, and then back to that longer strum on the D, and then so that was our hammer on pull off, and then a pull off on that 4 to open on the D. We're gonna hit this C with a C add 9 kind of chord with the double 3s there at the bottom. So hit the bass and the chord, switch to this bass, the 2. That's like a G with a B bass, and then we're gonna come to the B flat. When we go to that B flat, we're gonna bring in this like a power chord there, but also we're gonna have open G and then 3 on the second and open E. So we got 5 strings going there. So we got. Okay, so we take that 1, 3, open, 3, open. Slide it up to the 2 frets above that, 3, 5, open, 5, open. So we got. And then we're back. And we got that bass line. This time we got, so everything's the same until this ending. We got this C9. Okay, so we had, what we're doing here is bass, chord, and we're picking up this finger over here. So it's almost like it's catching the A little bit, and then we're going back into G. We're gonna do a pull off, hammer on pull off. Kind of got a pull off and an extra couple notes there, so we got. When we get to that D, we're gonna pull out that little one, the 2, pull it out, back to G. Got that one. And then we're into this again, and this is gonna be a verse. So we're gonna have a cool fill coming up. So we got. Okay, so we can kind of have that D with these, or you can kind of just start with that 2 and the 1. So we're gonna come up with the 2 and the 1 into 4 and 3. We're gonna bring this pinky in on the 5 and the 2nd string. And then we're gonna take these 2 5s to the 7s. We're gonna use that D bass with it, so it's like. Okay, so in setting, that'd be like. Keep on going. We got that same 2nd ending. So we can kind of have a little bit of that 9. We got a D chord shape up here. So you have basically like a 7th fret one here. We got dum da da dum da da dum da dum da dum. And he's always putting in different amounts of strums and stuff, making it spicy, you know. Now here we get to the electric guitar part. It's gonna go G, D, D, A. So we have some A's on upbeats and a little 4-2 pull off. So we're gonna basically go to electric guitar pretty soon for this. I just wanna take a look at all this beginning stuff one more time. We got. Okay, then the second time, the only thing different is a couple less strums. Da-da, because we gotta go get that riff. Down to the 2, down to the 1. Slide it up. And then basically we do all the same type of stuff, but then we're gonna have that ending. Get into the verse. Verse had that little fill. Okay, then it ends with that same type of. It's like 3.5 times of those 2 chords back and forth. Then we're gonna have that G, D, D, A. Okay, and at this point, I'm switching over to electric. So we have a 7th fret capo. We're gonna start with an E minor chord. We're gonna get into a B7 chord, which can be kind of tough to fit around that capo. Then we have a D sus2, which is open 2, 3, open. Then we're gonna get into this chord that has it's like a C sharp type of thing. It's a 4-2, open, open, open. And then we have a C chord. And then we have a G chord. It's gonna start out with like the opens and 3, kind of move to the 2 to the big 3 there as it goes. And then we have a A minor 7, open 2, open 1, open, back to that B7. Okay, so I'm gonna pick it a little bit and then show you how it's done. So we got. Okay, so let's start with that first half. So we got E minor, kind of strum all the way down to that 2nd string, and then we're gonna have, so that was 2 on the D string, open on the G, 2 on the D, open on the B. So it's, then do the D to G again there, and then we got a little E string there. So we have, and the timing on that is like 1 and a 2 E and a 3. So we got, and then our last things there are open G to the 2 on the G with the open on the B. So it's, we're gonna get in that B7. We're gonna start on the 1 on the D string. So we go 1 on the D and then down the strings, 2 and open on the G to B, and then we have 2 on the A string, 2 on the little E, and then back to the 2 open G to B to the 1 there. So it's all very tricky. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 0, bass 2, high 2, 2, 0, 1. So the first two things are then that D sus. So that's going to go open and then 2 to 3. 3 goes twice right into that little E. So we got, so we have open, 2, 3, 3, open. And then we have the last 16th note of the second beat is that 3 on the second string. So it's, and that part is like the D bass, 2, 3, and then A bass, 2 to open. So it's, and then we go to that 4. So it's 4, and then little open to G string open. So it's 1 and a 2 E and a 3. So 4 open, open, and then 2 on the D to B string open, 2 G's to the E. And I'll have a tab with all this with the timing marked out for all these things. So once again, we had okay, that's your first 4 chords. Let's try that one more time real slow. So we got, and you want to sustain all these notes as long as you can. Okay, now we're moving into the C chord. So that's going to be bass, and then first string to third string, both opens. You can have your C chord held in here. So we got, then the second beat goes, so that's little 1, first fret on the second string, D string to G string. So we got, so the third beat of that has the little open to the bass to the 3 to 1 there. It's like 3 and 4 E and. So the 4 E and is open to 2, hammer on the D to that G string open. Now we're going to move on to this next chord. We got, so we got a G chord, we got D string down to the G and B. So we got, and then we have G string down to the little 3 on the E. So we got, and that was D to B strings. Then we're going to bring in this 2 on the A string. So that was 2, and then go to G to B strings. Big one on the E string to the D string to B string. So it's, so now we have A minor 7. We got, so that was A bass, first string to third string, and then we have 2, 1, 2, 1, little open again, 2 open, and then E bass to 2 to open on the B. So it's, and then we're back to the B7. We'll go, so that's bass, and then D to G, 2 of those on the 2 there. B string, and then 1, 2, 2, and the little one there. So these last 2 were, okay, so let's review all of that. We got, at that point, I like to kind of mute the strings before I go to that A minor 7. Because you can kind of have some ring over from that, you know, like the D going to the B there before you go to that A minor 7, if you don't kind of mute it and get in that new chord shape. So from that C again, we got. Okay, and then the next one starts a little different, but it's going to go through the same stuff after the first measure. So the first measure will be. Okay, so we have our E minor. We go G, G, G string there. So we got. So 1 and so we got 1 and 2 E and and that 2 E and was 3 open, open on the B to open on the G. So it's little E open, and then first string to second string. So we got, and then we have that same G to open on the G string to 2 and open on the G and B. And then on this B7, we end up getting into the same thing we did earlier. And all the rest plays out the same. And C chord. Okay, and then the verse starts, and it's the same thing, but we just have another first measure. It's a little different. Okay, so it's 2 on the D string to open B, and those are 8th notes, so those are slower. So that second beat is G to B, and then 2 on the D to open. So we got. And it ends with that little open to the G string, B string, and then the same open to 2 and open that you normally do. So we got. B7 plays out the same, D. C chord. G. A minor 7, E bass, open there, and then B7 again. We're going to get into one more part, the Joe Walsh little intro lead that kind of happens after the very beginning of this tune. Okay, so the Joe Walsh lead is going to go. And then it gets into an E chord, so let's look at those notes. We got D, and then 2 to 4 on the D, 2, open to 4 on the A, and then we got 4 on the A, open to 2 on the D, and then we're going to go up this E chord, 5 notes up that E major, and then we have the bottom 4 strings after that. So, and then we're going to have kind of push that 3 to 2 over here, 4 to 5 on the A, and then kind of push the 2 to open, kind of F sharp to A there. Part of a D with the F sharp bass. We got that 4 and the D, 2 and 3, and then just the 4 and 2 from that. So from the E we had. Then we have an E minor. You want to put your first finger here on the 2nd fret of the D string. So we skip the A string, but we go all the way up and down. And then you go 4, 2, open, open, 5, 4, open, open. And then we switch to this one, like an F sharp type of chord. So it's 2, and then skip the A, 4, 3, open, 3, 4, 3, open. Bring a 2 down here. So once again, the Joe Walsh part was. We're gonna start out with this G minor 7 chord up here. So we've got the 10th fret of the 5th string, and then we got 12, 10, 11, and 10. And we're gonna be hammering in this section of the chord here. So we got. Okay, so we got. So we do the hammer and we wait just a quick second, and then we have a up, down, and we stop that chord. And then we have a down, down, up as we go to the lower part of the chord. So we got. Okay, that's our basic thing. And then we can put some percussive chicks kind of in there, like. So it's like boom, ba dum, chicka chicka down, da gum gum, and another little up one in there. So. And sometimes at the end of one of these sets of 4s, it'll be like. They'll kind of let those opens go for a minute to give it a different sound right at the end. So after we get into the first 4 of these, then the band starts coming in. We're gonna have this little second guitar riff that you can throw in there. Now that comes in after the 1, so it'll be like 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so it's just wait for the 1 and then come in on the 2 to the 3, kind of a hammer on the G string. And then little 3 to the 1 to the 3 on the 2nd string. So 3, 4, 1. 1. Okay, so that just does that a lot of times. And then we're gonna have where the verse starts. So it's basically been 8 times of this thing, and you did 4 times of that one. And here goes the verse. 3, 4. So here we get into a C minor 7. So we got 3 on the 5th string, then 5, 3, 4, 3. And we're gonna kind of like hit the 1 without doing the chord. So we're gonna wait a little bit. So we got. So I waited like 3, 4, 1. And then I started coming in and moving this 4 out of here a little bit. And you can either do that twice, or the second one, they kind of have a chord that pops in and uses this 5 on the bottom. So it'd be like. Kind of strum on that chord there, right? So that's 3, 5, 3, 4, 5. So 3, 4, 1. Right back up. Now here we have an E flat chord, so that's 6, 8, 8, 8, starting on the 5th string. And then we're gonna have, we have this minor chord here. So this is 8 on the D, and then 7, and then 8 and 6. That's part of a G minor type thing. Just has a B flat in the bass instead. So we got E flat, we got just G minor, and then we have this D7. So that's 5 on the 5th string, 7, 5, 7, 5. It's like that A7 type shape. Okay, so we got E flat, we got this G minor with the B flat bass, to D7, and then we're back to our riff. And then a whole new series starts, so here we go, 3, 4. This is a new verse. Down to the 3rd. Back up. Then we got our chords. Back up. So here we have the G minor. We're kind of stopping. You could do like the top of a chord, I guess. Like 3, 4. Do the 2s up to the 3. And then the 4th time, you can kind of strum the chord a bit. So that'd be 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Then we got the change. back up. That'd be one of those where you kind of just do that little different one at the end. So then we have a harmonica solo. That'd be straight through all the parts again. So we'll just skip that. That's gonna be your same stuff 4 times through this riff. The change down here, back up, your chord changes, all that. Then we have a new section of stops, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And then we got. So you could kind of keep doing that riff and put that pinky down there too. And then back up. Chords. Back up. Now this time we have. So more hits on the stops part. So 2, 3, and. C minor 7. Now this time, we're going to hold these chords for a much longer time. Actually, we hold them out, we don't keep strumming them. Now we're going to come down to the C minor 7 also. What would you be, right? And then we're back up to. Keep doing that. So it just keeps doing that same thing, and it has the. Okay, so let's take a quick look through everything again. We have our basic rhythm part. And that goes like 12 times. You also have your riff after the 1, 3, 4, 1. Okay, and then we get to the C minor part. We kind of don't hit on the first beat. 3, 4, 1. We got that 4 coming out, coming back. Got that little 5 we can throw in there, and then. So E flat. 2 strums each. So that was like a whole bar of E flat. And then 2 beats each of that G minor to D7. Back up. Like I say, we got stops. 2, 3, 4. And then the other stops are more forceful, like. Strum a little bit. C minor. Okay, so that's the first chords with their strumming. So we have 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and a. So we hold that first one, the whole first beat, and the first 16th note of the second beat. So it's 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and a. And then we're to the B7, we have 1 E and a 2 E, a 3. So that was 1 E and a 2 E, a 3. So they're all a little different. The D sus, we got 1 E and a 2 E, a 3 and a 4 and. So that was 1 E and a 2 E, a 3 and a 4 and. C sharp minor 7 flat 5, 4 2 with opens underneath is 1 and a E and 3. So move to the C, we got 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and a. So that was the same as the E minor strum. Same thing for G here. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and a. Now the A minor 7 actually always through the song goes 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. That's kind of the only one you can look at to never change. And then the B7 is 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. Okay, so let's look from the C there. We got. into the chorus. Chorus is going to go C. So that was 1 E and a 3 and 4 and 1 E and a 3. Now B7, 1 E and a 3, a 4 and a, so slightly different there. 1 E and a 3, a 4 and then we have E minor, 1 E and a 3, 4 and, so that was. And I'll have all these marked out on the tab, so check that out. I'll just put the chord on top of the measure and then put the strum that goes with that in there. So here we're to the C, we have. Okay, so those are a little different. So the C is 1 E and a 3 and a 4 and that was kind of one of your basic ones. And then this one's a little different. 1 E and a 3, a 4 and then we're moving to a straight A minor here. So 1 E and a 3, E and a 4 and then on this B7 here, we're gonna have just the bottom 4 strings. It's gonna kind of go with the last beat. 4 E and so we're going to the 1 open open there. So it's. Now we have a verse with more finger picking. Okay, so most of these are going to play out the same. This first one's a little different, like the others are kind of different. So it's play the E minor chord and then. So that was 5th string to 3rd, 4th to 2nd, and then 4th to 3rd to 1st, and then your typical open to 2 and open there. So. Then this one plays out the same as most of them do, same here. But this one might be a little different. Has 2 little G strings there. C's the same. Now this one's gonna have, it's gonna strum the bottom of the chord there. So most of those are the same. Take a look at the other lesson if you want a more slowed down, detailed look at that. Now moving on, the next verse we have strumming again. We're gonna go. So it's 1 and a 2 E and a 3, 4 and a. We go to the B7. We got 1, a 2 E, a 3, typical there. Now the D sus with that open. 1 E and a 3, 4 and a. Moving here, we got 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. So that was 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. C chord. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and G. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3, 4. And then we have that drive in A minor 7. Now this last B7, 1 and a 2 E and a 3, 4 E and a. Okay, then we're back into a chorus. And the choruses play out about the same. B7 is going to be. C. That was a little different on that A minor. 1 E and a E, a 3 and 4 and. Just kind of play that chord there. I'm not even doing the 2 on the bottom, just those 4 strings. Next verse, more finger picking. And each time we got little subtle variations, you know. So that one kind of had a little more open strings down there. So the 2s are all on that D string on this one. And this one's a little different for the B7. It's got little extra notes at the end there. And the D is a little different. Really the only thing that's different is we kind of go to the 2 there instead of hitting 2 3s. That's how I usually do it, so. And then that's a new one for this. 4 2 0 little O, second string, 2 0 open. And then the C is a little different. So it's 3 2 0 2 3, so it comes right back. Open open, G to E, 3 to open there, and then that one goes all the way to the 1 down there. So and now this one is going to go. So we got 2 on the 5th string, 2 open open, 3 open on the B, 2 open on the G, little 3 there. And then this one. So open, 2 O, little open to the 1, and then open open, 2 open, big open. So it's so 2 1 2 1 2 open 2 2. Now strumming in the next verse. So that was a little different. 1 E and 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and then 1 E and a E and a 3 and a 4 and then we have 1 E and a E, a 3 and a 4 and 1 and a E and 3, 1 E and a 3 and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and a driving that one. Now this B7. Okay, and then we're into the solo. The solo section is going to kind of repeat the same rhythm. So let's look at that. We got 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 E and a 2 E, a 3. Regular D. 1 E and a 2 E, a 3 and a 4 and 1 and a E and 3. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 and a 4 and a driving. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3. Okay, and then just keep repeating that little solo rhythm part. So I'm going to move on to some fills now. Okay, so Joe Walsh has a great part that goes, on the verses it goes. Okay, so we have the B power chord, 2 2 4 4, chick kick, chick kick, chick kick, and we go to the F sharp, chick kick, chick kick. That's the A, and then E. And there's one track of him just doing that all through the verses, just the chick kicks to make it sound kind of reggae. So once again, we had, that was B, F sharp, A, E, G, D, E, F sharp. Okay, so that's fairly easy. Once again, we got 3 and 4 and. Okay, we're going to move on to some harmony fills coming up. So on the second verse, we're going to start out with this little double thing here. We got 4 and 3 on the G and B strings. We got, and then down to 3 and 2, and then the 2s, and then 6 and 4 in the D and G, and and then 5 and 4. And of course, these are on electric guitars, 4 and 2. So the fourth beat of that one hit the 5 and 4 to the 7 and 5. And then we're gonna have bend that 4 and 3 and the D and G up and down. And then we got, takes us into the chorus there. So that was 2 on the big one. 1, 2, 4, 5. So 2, 1, 2, 4, 5. And then you have that little riff. So that was 11 and 10. 12s and back. Slide those 12s into 14s. Back to 12s. 11 and 10. So it's. Okay, then the next one, we wait for the B minor chord. We go. So that was 2, 4, 5 on the A. And then 2, 4, 5 on the D. Okay, this one's gonna go. So that's 14 and 15 on the G and B. We hammer into that 16 twice. Back to the lower chord. Slide the 16 down, so it's. Hit the 7 and 7 on the G and B. Then you have a little 8, 7 to the 7 on the second string, so it's. Then the next verse comes in a little bit different. We got. So that was 4 and 3, and then the 6 and 5 bent up and down and went down to the 3, 2. So it's. Twos, and then 6 and 4. Same thing there to the 5, 4, and the 4, 2, 5, 4, 7, 5. Got that 4, 3 up and down. Little walk up here. We got. So that was 4 and 3, to 5 and 4, 8 and 6, and then we start a new thing. So that was 4 and 3, then we got the 15 on the second string, 14, 13, 14, and then 3 and 2. That was 14 on the second to 14, 13, 14. Then we got the 2s. That was 14 on the second to 12, 11, 12. Then we got 4 and 6. That was 12 to 12, 11, 12, and then 5, 4. 16 on the G, 15s, 14s to 15s, so 4 and 2, that was 10 to 10, 9, 10, and then 5, 7, that was 12 on the G, 12, 10, 12 on the B, little half stepper on the 14, 12, 14, then we got. That was 1, 1, 2, 4, 5. You're back into a chorus. So here we have a raking down to that 10. We have a bend up and down on the 9, 7, bend the 9 to the 10, and then that's when it hits a little pinch harmonic on that half step bend right there. Then you also have a. That one just went 2, 4, 5, 2, 4 to pull off to the open, to the 5. And then you have a way up on the 22nd fret. I'm gonna do it here on the 10th. We got. So that'll be on your very highest fret. You'd bend it up on the second string. Hit the one below it twice. Bend it up and down, go down there to the what would be your 19th fret. And then bend that one there, that'd be the 21st. Okay, then the rest kind of plays out the same. We got. That one's a little different. So that one had the 14. So This was 12, 12, 11, 12, little 12. And then we got this one we got right before the solo. 4, 3, and 5, down 1 and back. You got your solo starting right there.